Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim. Well, this morning we had the first major frost of the year. It's been bloody cold for months now, but it's just hovered just above 32 degrees, so it's not been frozen out there. This morning it's frozen. Well, happy belated almost New Year's. This is December 31st. Sorry I haven't been making videos for a while. Last week I was eating some cheesecake. Actually, it was about almost a week and a half ago. I was eating some cheesecake, fruit cake that a relative had made, and I chipped a filling out. And the doc took one look at it and said, "Well, your old teeth is cracked already, so to heck with it. We can't do much about it." And he says the best thing to do is pull it. So he pulled it. Hurt like the devil it did. And I've been kind of laid up with pain and swelling and stuff for days. So that was not exactly a pleasant experience. Anyway, for me it's been a good year, especially on YouTube. I started this year with a couple of hundred subscribers and a really small channel, but I've met some good people who are into making videos, and people like Garrett Woods and the Wild Snapper and Duke Frazier and AR American and a few others. Just nice folks, just really darn nice folks. Blackie Thomas, I must say that. I hope you're doing well recovering, Blackie. He had a stroke recently. Anyway, I hope I sound okay. I think it's a wisdom tooth, so it's way in the back, and it sort of precludes chewing a steak on that side. But other than that, I think I'll muddle through. Oh, by the way, I was just cleaning off this Webley. That's what this is. This is a Mark IV Webley. In World War I, the doughboys? No, the British troops had come to the realization, oh, come on now. God, this spring is tight. There. Had come to the realization, well, they had the 455 Mark I, II, and III of these, which are a very powerful weapon. And this is what the officers used to carry. Well, what happened is that in the outbreak of World War I, the British Expeditionary Force was already there in France, and they basically got overrun by the Germans in the battles, what was called the Race to the Sea. Anyway, and up till that time, Britain had relied on a small, professional, highly trained military. Well, most of that initial batch of troops just got slaughtered. So they hired all the recruits they could possibly get. Lord Kirchner Needs You and stuff. The original poster. Uncle Sam is based on the original British one. Anyway, they came over, and anybody who was a veteran of the older professional army became called the Old Contemptibles. Well, after World War I, they discovered that of those new recruits, many of them just could not handle the 455 Webley. So what they did is they came up with this. This is a 38-200. Basically, it's the same load as 38 Smith & Wesson with slightly larger powder charge and a slightly larger bullet. But a 38 Smith & Wesson will fit in these things. But it's a lighter bullet, and it was developed mainly to deal with the wimpy hands of the new recruits. By World War II, they'd given that up and gone back to the 455. But many of these were still hanging around, and they stayed in the holsters of constables, bobbies, well, the ones that were armed out there. And some rear echelon troops, but mainly for the active duty troops, they went back to the 455. But this is kind of an interesting weapon, and I found it at a gun show. It was cheap, and it has one little issue, which is that when you fire it, you pull the trigger back, it doesn't go forward again. You've got to push the trigger back. The spring that does that is busted or something. I haven't been able to figure it out yet, but I will. Anyway, I was just saying about my channel. I ended this year with just shy of 1,500 subscribers. And thank you all for that. And, I've discovered that YouTube is a wonderful place to just talk to folks and you're going to ramble anyway. I'm an old man and I ramble, so I might as well ramble to a larger audience and see if anybody wants to listen to it. Yeah, I've got an itch. I don't know. When you get to be an old man again, you end up with all kinds of ailments. And this one is bugging me. Anyway, not much to say, just Happy New Year when it comes, and 2024 wasn't too bad, and with the election, it's going to be, 2025 is going to be a whole lot better. Has to be. Couldn't get much worse. Anyway, I hope you and yours are all doing well, and you're just muddling through in this crazy world we live in. Anyway, that's about all I got to say. Happy trails.